Welcome back, guys. How we doing? We got some new cooking videos coming out for you soon, but right now we're gonna do a new style breakdown. I hope you guys really like it. I started breaking up the closing videos by county. This is gonna be the Suffolk County video. We're gonna go over some closed sales that happened in the last week, and we're going to do a breakdown of we'll pick a listing, we'll do a breakdown of their closing costs, what it would have been, probably what they spent and what they got and stuff like that. So I hope this insight helps you. Right. And if you want to get a customized breakdown of your house and, what your closing costs would be and see what your house is worth, you can always reach out to me, 516-858-9434. My name's Andrew. And let's check it out. Let's dive into it. So right off the bat, we got the MLS on the screen. For those who don't know what the MLS is, it's the multiple listing service. It is the database that banks, realtors, appraisers, we all use this to find property, to find comps, to determine what was sold or not sold or, expired. And all these listings can have all different stats. Expired listing means they put it on market, they tried to sell it and it didn't sell, right? So you use this database to find the data, right? And you usually need a real estate license to get this. So I'm pulling up here all the closed sales for the last week. So we got 7/31 to today, 8/7. Sold sales. There are 225 that took place. And let's do a quick broad overview first. Wow, a lot of activity in Bayshore. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in Bayshore. Look at that. Bellport's got 2. I got 1 active listing in Bellport right now. Bohemia's got 3. Brentwood's got 2. Central Islip 3. Comac 3. A lot of activity here. Deer Park's got 5. Dix Hills. What's crazy about Dix Hills is there's so little inventory there that the houses always sell for a lot. I mean, it's pretty wild. So we got Dix Hills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. East Hampton, East Islip. We got East Moriches, East Northport. A lot of movement going on. Is there any other big? Huntington's such a big town. I always expect them to have a lot. Kings Park. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. We got Lindenhurst. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So guys, you can see there's lots of sales taking place. I mean, even though inventory is low, people are buying. Smithtown, my town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In my town. This is where I live. Right. So I know inventory is low, but sales are still holding strong here. But you're going to see there is some fluctuation going on in these prices. So, and it used to be that these prices would just jump super high. And I'm not seeing that on every listing now. Now we're starting to see prices start to drop on some listings. Doesn't mean people aren't buying, but sellers' expectations of getting one number is now breaking down to be another number. So let's just dive into it. Let's take a look here. I've got an interesting one, caught my eye right away. Look at this Bayshore, listed for 500, sold for 600. Let's find out why. So it's a single family, taxes $12,750, 6 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 75 by 100. Property sold as is. This is probably a foreclosure. Yes, REO, real estate owned. That's a foreclosure. All right, that's how you know it's a foreclosure. So they asked for 500, they got 600. It was on market 27 days. It still went 100 grand over ask, which is pretty awesome. They paid the buyer's agent 3%. There's always incentives on foreclosures. They usually pay a little bit more, which is cool. The property is subject to 3-day first look period. So what that means is for the first 3 days this listing is active, first-time home buyers and owner occupants have priority over sellers. Over investors. Once those 3 days gone, or whatever period they set, sometimes it's more than 3 days. It could be 2 weeks. Once that period expires, they'll open up to investor offers. Some listings, like ones that are listed by Fannie Mae and the Fannie Mae realtors, they usually do 15 to 30 days, depending on the scenario. They may be like, all right, first-time home buyers first, then we'll entertain investor offers after. So it's pretty weird. Look at this one. Actually says 3-day first look period, then seller will negotiate offers after the period. So I guess they were holding that 3 days for everybody. Didn't matter if you submitted an offer right away. It took them 27 days to make a deal anyway. So it wasn't like it happened super fast for them. Let's jump to another one. So we've got a split level here, 10,500 taxes, 3 bedroom, 1 full bath. No pictures of the inside. Great sign. So they asked for 539. They got 560. Still went over ask, so I guess it wasn't too bad inside. 32 days on market. Typically, when we don't see pictures of the inside, it usually means that it doesn't look good inside, but doesn't mean it can't sell for more. Maybe it looked good. I don't know. Let's dive in a little deeper. 1201 Brookdale Avenue. 8 bedrooms. Wow. 8 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. This is a big house. Taxes 10,700. All right. I mean, it's definitely big. Look at this. You got an extension here. This was probably a garage. No, it wasn't a garage because look at the foundations here. This just made a big extension. Wow. Lots of space in this house. I mean, it's a little on the older side, but it's still nice. It's clean. It's livable. I mean, these cabinets are pretty good. The countertop where they extend the countertop up the wall as a backsplash, that's always a nice new look. I kind of wish I did that in my house instead of spending so much money on backsplash tiles. I could have just got the countertop is a lot cheaper than the backsplash tile in most cases. Depends on what tile you buy. I bought these expensive tiles and I'm like, you know what? I kind of wish it was just one big flowing countertop. That would have been nice. Lessons as a homeowner. There's other lessons I teach people as a homeowner, like mistakes that I made when I installed mini split air conditioning units in my property. And if I had just gone with a different style, I could have saved myself a $3,000 a year tax increase. And I spent $25,000 installing all the air conditioners. So these are only things you learn from experience. And I share this with first time homebuyers when I'm working with them. I'm like, there's some things to learn, some tricks up your sleeve, right? So they asked for 750 here. Wow, look at this. They had originally listed for 599 and they got 750. That's 25% over asking. And it was on market 70 days. How do I explain this? I don't understand. I do not understand. The market is crazy. There could have been like a period where they couldn't get in, and maybe there was a tenant that was, non-cooperative and blocking access. I don't know. Can't explain that one. Ooh, we got a luxury one down here. Bayshore, again. Wood paneled exterior. But look at that, man. Oh, that's your view. Every morning you wake up and you're on the beach. Wow. This is good living. A lot of wood. I'd be terrified of termites if I own this house. I mean, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, but wood everywhere. It's definitely a wood connoisseur's dream. I don't know what I'm saying. Got a balcony there. Rooms are a little tight, but you know what? You're paying for location. So, awesome. Taxes are 6,800. That's it. Wow. Crazy. So 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 60 by 100, asking 2.5, sold 2.7, 10 days on market. Incredible. I think this is probably, if I'm correct, this is down. Let me look on the map. Yep. Yep. In that Cedar Beach area. Oh, it's all the way down. Is it Cedar Beach? No, it's just by Cedar Court, but this is down by Ocean Beach. All the way down by Fire Island. I mean, this is like pretty remote. Don't get me wrong. Good living here. I mean, very nice area, but it's remote. You look what you got to do to get to the city. Look, you got to go up the Robert Moses Causeway right here. Get this thing out of the city. Robert Moses Causeway right here. LIE to get to the city. I'm telling you, you got to be like, I'm totally fine being remote to get. There's no trains coming here. You could probably take a boat, but there's no trains coming here. There's no mass transit. The reason why a lot of people in New York City go out to the Hamptons is because there's a bullet train to get them out there in about an hour and a half. No train going here. So, I mean, like, this is super remote. Pretty cool. What else we got? Let's hop into Center Reach. Let's go to Central Islip. So we have a house here, 6,800 taxes, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 75 by 100. And it looks like it's gonna need lots of work. Definitely looks older. Small house. But the kitchen is not terrible. I mean, it's just old. I mean, even that bathroom, you can see it's not terrible. It's just old. Looks like it's in good shape. This is a nice house. It's just old. It'll be updated. I'm sure the new owner will do something nice to it. Oof. Old stuff going on here. All right. So small little property, small house. So it's 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 75 by 100. They asked for 499. They got 530. So 30,000 over ask. 18 days on market. Pretty fast. Pretty fast. Let's see what else we got. 6 bedrooms, 4 full bath, taxes 10,200. Okay, looks nice. Again, I think these houses are going to be a little on the small side, but you know what? It doesn't matter. People are going to buy them. They're going to sell, especially if they look clean, they're in good shape. Like, this house is a little small, so it's got some clutter, but at the same time, it's clean. Everything's organized. It's not a mess. We got a basement kitchen. Yeah. See what the backyard looks like. We got backyard pics. Okay, we got some space back here. Outside entrance to the basement. Big backyard. All right, cool. So they asked for 549. They got 620. 10% over ask. 19 days on market. I'm telling you, man, I'm like some areas are just like you don't know what the price is gonna do. I mean, 19 days on market's not bad, but there was that other one that we just saw that was like, what was it, 40 days, 50 days? Maybe a Nassau video. I literally recording the Nassau Suffolk video today, same day. So if I'm thinking of the wrong video, I apologize. But sometimes they go, hi, here, look at this Coram one. I mean, look, we got 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, taxes 11,230. We got cathedral vaulted ceilings, which is very nice. Great feel when you walk into these. Kitchen's nice, clean, updated. Bedrooms look good. Look, what's going on here? What's going on there? Were we missing something? It's like a puzzle piece fell out. In a few places, what's going on? Maybe we're definitely installing something new. Maybe they're running like hi-hats or something, or they're maybe installing like, Ethernet cable or whatever, because it looks like this is designed to drop cables. Not sure what's going on with that, but not a big deal. Clean, easy fixes. Big, beautiful property. Nice listing, right? So they asked for 489 and they got 530 in 7 days. My goodness, 8% over ask price. Like I'm telling you, man, this market, you hear things on TV about, markets crashing, slowing down, but there's so little inventory anyway, at least here in Long Island. Actually, we're getting word like right around now. I'm recording this on August 7th. So we're getting word that they're going to think about rate cuts. If you think it was crazy now, wait till these rate cuts come. I mean, it's literally going to be a zoo. People are going to be running into houses. They're going to be like making offers. I mean, they're talking about 350 basis point rate reductions. If you don't know what that means, they're basically going to move the rate down 3 times by 0.5%. So if you're talking about 1.5% reduction, right now people can get an interest rate of about, let's say like 6.2, 6.3, whatever. Let's just say 6.5, okay? If they're dropping it down to 6, then 5.5, then 5, oh my God. You know how many people are waiting for these rate drops? These prices are going to go sky high. They're going to shoot up. And I feel bad for a lot of first-time home buyers that are just like barely making it to qualify. I mean, yeah, the rate drop's going to help, but it's going to be a feeding frenzy again, and these prices are going to go even higher. So that was in Deer Park, 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths. They got a cash offer here. They asked for 479 and they got 492, so still went over asking 3 days on market, all cash. Crazy. Let's see what else we got going on here. Dix Hills. Let's hop into Dix Hills. I really like this area. So I have a bunch of buyers looking in Dix Hills, but it's so hard to get them something. I think I went in this house. This house looks really familiar. Beautiful property. You know, Dix Hills, a lot of the properties have hills in the, they're not on flat land. So the fact that you got one that's on flat land is very appealing. Beautiful property. It's a great one for drone shots like they did. Wow. All right, let's get inside. Get me inside. Woo, look at these tree lines. Woo. Right? All right, walk in the front door. We got this nice looking staircase over here, grand entranceway, living room open to the kitchen. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love all the doors, the French doors. Kitchen's updated. That stove is nice and fancy. Ah, what a great listing. I hope I'm wealthy enough to own a home like this one day. Walk-in closets, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, and the Hulk on the walls. Ninja Turtles. I'm sold. I would have bought this place. Hands down. I was the biggest Ninja Turtle fan as a kid. Garage. Look at the garage. It's beautiful. It's tiled. It's got the laundry in it. Wow. All right. So 4 bedrooms, 3.5 full baths. I'm sorry, 3 full, 1/2 bath. Asking 1.48, got 1.495. 20 days on market, went over ask. Wow. Crazy. Here's another one. 5 bedrooms, 3 full, 1/2. $25,000 a year in taxes. Wow. But I love the design. You see how that's not like standard cookie cutter type houses. There's some uniqueness to it. There's shape. It's not, doesn't look like a box cutter house. You know what I mean? It's like, it's customized. Look at this beautiful kitchen. Nice big island there. Floors look good with the herringbone pattern on the floor, contrasted to the opposite pattern. Barn doors to hide the pantry. Let's go. Beautiful home. Whoever designed this, kudos to you. What's the backyard? What's the backyard look like? Oh, look at the shower. I mean, look at the shower. Sitting area. Basement's all finished. Oh, what's the backyard? I want to see the backyard. Big backyard. It looks like it's a decent sized property. I mean, the patio's not that big. Okay, it's got a hill on it. That's what most Dix Hills houses have hills. They may own beyond that hill. I don't know. They may own more. So they asked for 1.75. They got 1.75. 28 days on market. Didn't matter how long it was on. They got their asking price. This one in East Hampton. Look at this. Drive-by only. Needs everything. The house is unsafe. Cash only. No interior photos. It's probably abandoned. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. They Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. Asking 1.3. That may have just been a typo. I don't understand what's going on here because it says days on market 4 days. Okay. Asking 1.3. Dropped the price to 650 and then accepted 500 in 4 days. I don't know what's going on here. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Even these compensations where they're offering 100%. I don't understand what's going on here, or does not make sense. Okay. Anyway, let's find another listing. Some of these people. 32 Glade Road, East Hampton. Interesting pool. I'm surprised that they would do something like that. Like, you don't want a patio around the pool. Do you know how much grass and dirt you're gonna have to be cleaning out of that pool? Like, constantly, because you have to walk through grass and dirt to get into it. Like, that pool must never be clean when you use it. I mean, the house is nice, beautifully updated. Right? Just so surprised with the backyard. All right. So Let's see here. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. It's on a half acre, only 6,742 taxes. They asked for 1.395. They eventually dropped to 1.35. Then they dropped to 1.27. They got the 1.27 all cash. Sat on market 114 days. Yeah, yeah, long time. Let's jump down a little bit here. Let's go to East Northport. Let's see what we got going on here. 51 Teaneck. Nice looking house. What's up with those tiny windows? All right, so I guess you walk in, the staircase is right in front. Kitchen's nice, it's updated. You know, people really love East Northport. They paying for location here. House sizes are really not that big, but the location is wonderful. It's a beautiful area to live in. And you know, these houses sell for a lot of money. Just because of location. Doesn't matter that there's not a lot of square footage. Let's get to the backyard. Backyard. Basement looks nice. Cool. All right. Got a little sitting area, some grass. Nice property overall. Very nice. 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths. They asked for $699. They got 752, 50,000 over ask. All cash. All cash. And it's still over ask price. That's pretty crazy. 12 days on market. It happens. I'm telling you, man. You just don't know. Long Island has got like this crazy real estate market. No matter what's going on anywhere else in the world, Long Island is like this anomaly in the real estate market. It's got its own little bubble. And yeah, prices are pretty high and they're going higher. I don't think they can go higher forever. I do not. I'm not one of those people that thinks like, oh, this is sustainable. I do think that eventually we are at the tip of the iceberg. I think we're actually heading down the iceberg a little bit right now. This rate cut that's coming is going to shoot the prices up a little bit more, but then I don't think that's going to be a good thing. I think it's going to price so many people out that people are eventually going to leave. And then there's going to be problems. I think the market's going to tip. But if I was a seller, I wouldn't be pushing my luck right now. I would list, cash out, get my money, and then move on with my life. If I'm a buyer and I can afford my mortgage payment, I would say buy your home, because I know there's more to buying a home than just, you know, what am I paying? You're buying a home because you need like the space, you need the privacy, you need the certainty, you need the storage, you need the school district, you need to bring family members in with you or get away from family. I mean, there's 100 reasons to buy a home. It's not just about money. There's an emotional component to it about buying a home. So like what I always tell my buyers is if you can afford your monthly payment, just do it. Just move, you know, own the home. I bought myself a home and it's, you know, my mortgage payment's pretty high. So it's like, it is what it is, but I can afford it. And the peace and certainty that you get from just having your own space, you know, the rent's not going to go up. Things are not going to be taken from you. They're not going to ask you to leave. As long as you pay your bill, you can stay. It's worth every penny. There's an emotional investment attached to it. So that's my advice to you if you're a buyer. Anyway, 750 asking price. They got 725, 8 days on market. Still pretty fast sale. 33 Winter Crests. Taxes 20,000, 5 bedrooms, 3 full baths. This house looks really nice. This looks really nice. Do they have another? No, that's the neighbor. I was like, oh, wow, do they have, you know, another structure in the back of the property? But look at this beautiful layout. I love these finishes. Look at these archways. Look, it's not just a straight line, it's an arch. I mean, this may be an architect's home. My father's an architect. He did all these things in his house where like he did stuff like this. He has curved walls and, you know, walls that aren't just straight down. Some of them are on an angle a little bit, this and that. And because he was like, I don't want a straight line everywhere. And I appreciate those details because it makes a big difference. Look at this kitchen. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Tons of cabinet space, 2 refrigerators. I love it. Sitting area. What a great listing. I hope the new people here really enjoy their home. It's a beautiful space. They have a fireplace built in over there. Old school, but still looks great. Big windows. What a nice place to live. I guarantee you this was in a bidding war. Just because of the town and the condition. Basement's finished. Backyard, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, what a shot. Kudos to this listing agent and this photographer for getting wonderful marketing photos. You know, it's one of the things I talk about in the videos. I'm like, your photos got to look good, and some photos don't look good. These photos look fantastic. Shout out to them. What a great property. All right, cool. So 5 bedrooms, 3 full baths. They asked for 1.5. They got, well, they listed again for 1.3. Then they went up a little bit, 1.36. And it happened after 49 days. All right, let's dive in a little further down. Let's get this hop hog. What do we got here? This is a big jump. Let's pull up the listings that jumped pretty big. So let's say we got a hop hog one here, 4 bed, 3 full bath, taxes 12,800. 14 days on market. They asked for 699. They got 760. Big jump, right? So that's $60,000 over asking. I mean, you can see the condition is beautiful, a little small in my opinion, but it kind of looks staged to me. I think this is just staged for the listing. The house itself may actually not be. Yeah, there's no furniture in some of the rooms. So they staged some rooms, but they made it look very nice. Made it look very nice. Empty rooms. What's the backyard look like? Take me to the backyard. The backyard. Is that a second kitchen? Is that a second kitchen? No. No, it's not. I just put the kitchen photos in the back too. Backyard. Okay. Just a backyard. Blank canvas. Ready to be worked on, right? Great listing over here. What else we got? What else we got that made big moves? We got anything in Huntington? 750 to 790. All right. 790, 950 to 925. Look at that. 100 grand over ask. Now, look, what do we got going on here? 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, taxes 12,000, 21,000. 100 grand over ask. Wow. Nice looking home. What is that? What is that? Those are the cabinets. The kitchen looks like a sauna. Oh my goodness. I wonder if the new person is keeping that or if they're renovating it. You don't know. Like sometimes people like that eclectic, you know, uh uncommon kind of style. Nice property, but it's got to be the location. Where's the location? Let's look on the map. On the map. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Look how close we are to Main Street. That's why it's sold for so much. It's the area of Huntington. You're so close to where it's all happening. Wow. That's why it's worth a lot. But 100 grand over asking. So, and it's 9 days. 9 days on market. Wow. Incredible. Just incredible. Congrats to those homeowners, those realtors. God bless you all. What else we got? Let's see here. Anything drop in price a good amount? Let's see. See some price drops. We got 5. No, it's not nothing crazy going on here. Wow, big jump again. 100 grand over ask again. Look at this. 26 Heather Drive, Kings Park, very close to me. I could walk to Kings Park. I'm so close because I live on the border of Smithtown and Kings Park. Look at that. Look at that. Nice, unique design. I mean, this is like stuff that I'm interested in because it's like it's not the same average cookie cutter looking like home. I mean, it's definitely got unique features, different kind of layout. It's got skylight there in the kitchen area, beautiful ceilings. It's a nice home, but it does look a little small to me. Laundry room. What's the backyard? Let me set up backyard. All right. Yeah, nice. Got room to do a lot of stuff there. All right, so this is 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. Asking $599, sold 700, 19 days on market. Incredible. Incredible. 599 to 700, 629 to 609. That's a pretty big jump. Look at that, 670 to 712. Pretty big jump there. There's Night Lane. House looks like it's on a little bit of the older side, but I'm sure it's a really nice area. It's got a pool. Where's the backyard? Just give me a backyard. Yeah, nice. All right. So they asked for 669, 79. So they got 712. That's 6% over ask. 19 days on market. Guys, look, let's pick one house. I want to give you an example of your closing costs. We're going to do this every video from now on. And, you know, I've been going a little while here. I don't want to bore you too many comps. We got here Ronkonkoma. Let's take this Ronkonkoma home. All right. Let's pretend that this is your house. And we got 5 bedrooms, 3 full baths, and 1 half bath. Taxes $11,098. Original list price 800, sold 850, and then they had to drop to 815. They probably had an appraisal, and the appraiser said it's not worth more than a certain amount. And what happens in that situation is pretty unique. Like, let's say they made the 850 offer. Either the seller comes down to the appraised value, or the seller will come down a certain amount. Like, they can say, like, okay, look, the house appraised for 825. We'll meet you at 815. You have to come up to 850. You know, you have to come up, whatever. The house appraised for 800, we'll meet you at 815. They could just say whatever number they want. They can negotiate. The buyer can say yes, buyer can say no. Seller can start all over, look for a new buyer. Buyer can leave the deal if they don't want to pay too much. Everything's on the table. In the event of a low appraisal, you have to basically renegotiate, see if you can meet somewhere with the seller. And that's probably what happened here. They went from 850 to 815. It's a big change. All right, so let's pretend this is your listing. And I'm going to give you closing cost estimate right now if you're a seller, and then I'm going to give you a closing cost if you're a buyer. So it was an 815 sale. Okay, and we're going to assume the commission was 4% because they offered 2 to the buyer's agent, and usually it's 2 and 2. Sometimes it could be more. I don't want to say that for every case. It always depends on how much money the realtor has to spend on marketing. If you have a listing that's harder to sell, we have to spend more money on advertising and ads. You have to like really pump the listing out there. So it could cost more. It could be 5%, could be 6%, but I'm just going to do 4% because we're assuming that. We're assuming that's what they paid. So the closing cost for the commission is going to be $32,600. Then you're going to have transfer taxes. So let's divide this by 1,000 times 4, 3260. Okay, and then let's assume they have an attorney fee of $2,000. So we'll add that there. And what I want to do really quick is just see if they had a mortgage on this property. So let me log into this other database that I use too sometimes. Let's see. So the address was 378 Smith Road. Let's see if they had another mortgage, if they had a mortgage on it. So Suffolk County. By the way, I don't know if people know this, but you know, all the data I'm pulling up, this is all public records. And people sometimes get surprised. They're like, wow, you could find a lot out about my house. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's all public record. So nothing that you're seeing in this video is not something, is something that's hidden. Like you could go to the town, or you could subscribe to some of these websites and get this data. So it looks like here, active mortgages. So they did have a mortgage here that they started in 21, and it looks like the balance was approximately 140 by the time they sold it. So let's assume that they had to pay that. So there was an 815 sale, subtract the mortgage, 139,673 minus $2,000 for the attorney. Wait a minute, what happened to my numbers there? There you go. Minus $2,000 for the attorney. Minus the transfer tax, 3260, and then we'll subtract the realtor commission, 32,600, And assuming that there is no other debts that need to be paid, like credit card debts or any other liens on anything on this seller was walking away with 631.46, 467. You know, I tell people, I'm like, if you put down, let's say you put down 20% or less than 20%, let's say you put down 10% or 3.5, that's the minimum percent. And then you look at what you walk away with when you're done, you should be happy. I mean, yes, we had to pay mortgage interest, but you got to write that off on your taxes too. You got to lower your tax liability by deducting interest. You did have to pay property tax. I mean, you're always spending money on your home, but if your down payment grew, congratulations to you, right? Because that's what we all hopefully want to happen for all of us. So 637, 460. If you're the seller, that's what you would be walking away with. Now, if you're the buyer, you should assume that you're going to be paying about 3% in closing costs. And I'm going to give you a basic understanding of where that's going. So right off the bat, we're going to assume $2,000 is going to the attorney, right? And I work for this title company here. I'm one of their salespeople. So I'm just going to give you a title estimate. For those who don't know what title insurance is, it is basically a insurance policy that protects you in the event that something went wrong when you sold your property or when you bought a property, usually when you buy a property, right? You don't want to find out after you buy something that like the person who sold it to you was not authorized to sell it to you, or they had another family member who has a claim to it and they weren't told that it was sold. Or like there could be 100 scenarios that pop up. So, or like if there was a foreclosure action on it or unpaid lien somewhere and it got missed, someone didn't see it, you have this here as an insurance policy to protect you from mistakes that took place when you bought the property. So, and it's required, you have to have it in New York State. And the nice thing is that it's regulated by the state. So you really, almost every title company is giving you basically the same price. So of that closing cost estimate that we got left over here, we should expect $5,640 to go towards title insurance, 604.43. Okay. And then this basically can be for other miscellaneous costs and bank fees, mostly bank fees if you have a mortgage. Like this is essentially, if you're applying for a mortgage, you paid this much going to the bank. There can be scenarios where you pay more. There can be scenarios where you pay less. Like, for example, if you, let's say you're going to buy down your interest rate a little bit, well, then this number is going to be a little higher. Or there may be a scenario where, like, you know, you qualified for some sort of program and you don't have to spend, you know, whatever, you're not going to be charged certain fees or whatever. It could be a little less. But if you always estimate for yourself that you're going to be paying about 3%, and right now there's big changes coming down since the NAR lawsuit, and buyers may have to pay for their own realtor soon. I don't think it's going to be the case on every deal. I still think that sellers are going to cover it. As long as they get the number they want in their pocket, they will negotiate it. But let's just assume you may end up in a scenario where you have to pay for your realtor. You should assume this, you know, this number is even greater. So if you want to just play it safe, let's just say you have 4%, assuming you had other costs that you don't know about, you'll need about $32,000 as well to cover yourself to close. And most of it is going to bank fees. Literally, I mean, you can see here, 16,845 is going to bank. So if you don't have a mortgage, or you can negotiate those fees with the bank, you can save a good amount of money. All right. And just to give you a quick peek too, if you were a buyer, this would be your mortgage payment here. So you got 815, right? I'm going to assume you're putting down 20%. You don't have to put down 20%. I'm going to say that every video, but I'm going to assume you're putting down 20%. You can see the average interest rate has dropped. This used to be like in the 7s, and now they're even giving me estimates of the 6s. So there's going to be some changes coming down very soon, and I expect property interest rates, property prices to skyrocket because changing interest rates. So you got an 815 mortgage, 20% down. Interest rate we'll assume is 6. We got property taxes here, 11,988, 982. No private mortgage insurance. And we'll say your homeowner's insurance, whatever is 24, that's fine. Monthly payment is going to be $5,100 a month in this scenario on this house with 20% down. 20% would be $163,000. All right. If you had put down the minimum, which is 3.5, I'm just going to give you an example. Your monthly payment would be $6,240. So it's a $1,200 difference. And of that, $360 is going towards private mortgage insurance, which you only have to pay for 124 months, right here, 124 months. But if your house goes up in value, you can call the bank and say to them, hey, my house increased in value. They'll reassess it. They'll make you pay for it. It's not going to be free, but they'll reassess it. And if they did go up in value, you don't have to make all 124 months. They'll actually drop it if your house goes up in value a good amount. So there's that. All right, guys, I hope you thought this was helpful. Please tune in every time I do one of these. Help me with the algorithm. Please like, subscribe, share. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming.